Mad though, what's the final 3 in the rap game and that as well,
Final 3, bro, I'm telling you, it wasn't an easy process. Dedicated, I just want one thing and it's to win this, simple. And I think the second week was Clash Week, where I absolutely told everybody he's sleeping with her and he's blah, 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 and I just fucking spoke the tea oil, the fucking joint. Spending too much time with what? They're spending too much time with fuck up. And everybody just knew, like, stay away from that Scotsman because he's coming. On the mic again, I'm nice.
First time I ever heard about Oakzy B, you were doing Makina.
It just blew up, bro. I think we were teens, and obviously at that time there was a lot going on. I was still running about fighting, gang fighting in the streets. So all these Newcastle MCs are getting like 10k, 30k, 40k players. We're getting like 100k first week, bro. Now the full city was bouncing because we were just going on SoundCloud because nobody wanted to listen to us.
Oh dear, new year, I'm keeping my head clear.
Before I had a child, I'd be in the studio 2-3 times a week. I'd be in the studio. Either so, I wouldn't say it stopped my hunger.
Has it made you hungrier though?
I don't know.
Welcome to Fate. So broski, yeah, I'm gonna start with the first question in it, and this is the question we ask everybody on this series. So what does a haircut mean to you, bro?
Bro, a haircut means life, brother. Before you get a haircut, you question yourself. You're like, I look good, I look alright, but after you get that haircut, you can't, you be double checking yourself, you be walking past the mirror again, you're like, damn, like, who has this nigga? Who has this guy? But obviously, a haircut is, I don't know, it's a way of making you feel good, innit? It's a way of making you feel just a little bit better about yourself, like.
Well, I've noticed as well on me, like, so when I'm feeling a little bit sad and that, like it improves my mental well-being, innit? Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if it's because I just feel sexy, innit? Do you know what I mean? Like,
bro, it's like
I just feel good, innit?
You know when you go and buy a new tracksuit and trainers and you walk in that tracksuit and you're like, fresh.
Fresh,
like,
yeah.
But it's like that with a haircut too. I remember the first time I got my hair cut off X, I walked out and I walked down the street in Maryhill and a black guy's like, yo, son.
The uncle.
Yeah, he's like, where did you get your hair cut? Where did you cut this? And I was like, just there, bro. I cut it right there. And he was like, it's very good. and as I was walking down the street, I'm like, damn, I do it good. You know? I do it good.
So Oscar, I've been keeping an eye on you, Oscar, for a minute, man. Like just seeing you grow from strength to strength, bro. Do you know what I mean? But like the one thing that has been beautiful to watch though is the fact that you've became a father, innit? Do you know what I mean? Like, you know, everybody knows Oakzy B, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? But like, see, just seeing you and your daughter, man, that shit's beautiful. Man, do you know what I mean? So how's that been?
It's been a mad roller coaster ride because obviously when she was pregnant, I was on rap game, so it's like I'm trying to concentrate. I was trying to concentrate on the rap game thing, and obviously she's back and forth, phoning, and I'm like, I'm trying to chase dreams, but obviously after the rap game came home, she was born 3 months early, so that was a little bit even more of a roller coaster because it's like, now I'm back and forth from the hospital, like nearly every second day, every 2-3, well, whenever I can really, try to go every day, but reality, when you're out here doing music and doing shows and doing everything else,
it's not easy.
It's not exactly right. It's not the same as a fact. But she's out of there. She came out on oxygen, all of that. After the oxygen, now she's grown, bro. She's like a year next month. You know what I'm saying? She's crawling and that. Like, da. Coco Melon and shit. You know what I'm saying? So
bro, it's like, mad, isn't it?
For 1 minute, they can't even crawl. Next thing, they're holding things, they're rolling, and climbing in and out of shit. And you're like, God damn. I remember when you were just a baby, you used to just sit there and drink milk and that's it.
Yeah.
Now, but it's been good though, because it's like, you've got a little human there that's just growing in front of you and they're getting smart and you're like, right, man. Yeah.
Do you think that what's going to being a father now has affected you as an artist and affected your music?
Yeah, kind of. In ways, I would say that. Because I'd say, before I had a child, I'd be in the studio 2-3 times a week, I'd be in the studio. So now, I ain't got all of that time, so if somebody says, yo, can you do me a verse, and this guy, can you do me this, and I got to do my own track. I got to do it all at once, go studio, and then just attack it. Now I got to go for like basically my whole day, bro, from like 10 till 6 or whatever it is.
Yeah, full work shift.
I got to eat. That's what I'm. So now it's not like just casual. Just boom, I got to go studio. Boom, I got to go studio. It's like if I'm doing it like a 9 to 5 thing. But either so, I wouldn't say it stopped my hunger.
Has it made you hungrier though?
I don't know, because after my mum passed away, bro,
I'm sorry
that was thank you, brother. That was the thing that pushed me. My daughter came, I got a little, I don't know, it was the thing with my mum.
Yeah.
When she died, I was like, I'm going full in.
Yeah, just go 100.
I'm going full in.
Obviously, I'm a dad, innit? Mm-hmm. I think our daughters is just like a few months apart, from each other.
Yeah.
But I had that kind of opposite though, in the sense of like, when I found out I was gonna be a dad, yeah, if you see the fire that came, it was mad, because we all know this music shit's expensive, innit? Do you know what I mean? See, obviously now knowing that you've got another life to look after, that just sparked something for me. Do you know what I mean? It was like, yo, like
I feel that.
For every penny I spend on music, I'm taking that from my daughter's mouth, innit? Yeah. So, bro, I cannot fuck about with that shit. Do you know what I mean?
It did with me too, but I think the fire came from when my mum died. Because when she was born, I already knew, obviously, when I was on Rap Game, when I was doing all that, that full Rap Game experience and all the stress and everything, that was all for my daughter, really.
Mad though, what's with Final 3 in the Rap Game and that as well, you
Final 3, bro, I'm telling you, it wasn't an easy process, because
I can imagine. How was the whole experience?
It was good. I won't give too much away, because I'll never give a Secrets of TV away and all that, and the BBC and all that. I got a wee call back, you know, I focused myself, but it was a good couple of weeks.
Yeah.
You got all these different people, different personality, and I think the second week was Clash Week, where I absolutely told everybody he's sleeping with her and he's blah, 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 and I just fucking spoke the tea all over the fucking joint. You know, I spoke the tea everywhere. So after that, there was like people didn't like each other, and everybody just knew like stay away from that Scotsman, because he's coming. He's coming. I'll tell you one thing I had the whole time I was in Rap Game. Everybody was all friendly, doing all TikTok videos and talking to. I was just in a room like, I don't want to know these people.
Yeah.
I didn't even have my social media on my phone. Like I deleted all that shit. So it's like, if I'm not going to speak to my own people at home,
I'm not going to beg it with randomers.
You know what I mean? If I'm not going to speak to my own people and I won't speak to them Sundays, then I'm not going to do that with yours. To come top 3, it just.
But that's
just had to grind, bro. I was got to sleep at like 3 a.m. And then. Like, I remember going to sleep, because, like, I didn't have long to practice a challenge. I got to sleep at, like, 3 a.m. and shit. And then to stay up at that night, I'm just, like, backing shots of coffee, you know, and I'm straight, boom, boom, boom. Come 7 in the morning, we're up for a challenge, bro. Do you get what I mean?
7 in the morning?
Come 7, I've been to bed, I started doing this shit at 8 p.m. to practice for this. 3 a.m. I go to sleep. 7 in the morning, we're up for a challenge. Bro, I've slept 4 motherfucking... Oh. Do you know what I mean? I slept 4 hours, and then I've got to be like... You still got to give your all, bro. You signed up for a motherfucking... you know what I'm saying? So, it was hard that way sometimes, man. Some people obviously cracked and folded under pressure, crying and shit. But I was just like... Anytime I fucked, I was like, you know what? Get him next time. Simple. That was it.
Let's take it back, because the first time I ever heard about Oakzy B, you were doing Makina.
Yeah.
But that was the first time I ever heard of this person called Oakzy B. Bro, what is that? Like, chat to me about that.
Let me get into my transition. Yeah. So basically, my whole goal was when I wanted everybody to know I'm a rapper, I'm an MC, but nobody was really feeling the grime, nobody was really feeling the hip hop, and it's like, drill wasn't even a thing back then. So I was like, alright, cool. When I was in secondary, I realised people like MC, it's like fast rave music, like Makina rave. It's like usually between 160 and 180, and it originates from like Newcastle, Sunderland. It's like some bouncy techno. Yeah. But it's like feel good, happy, hardcore type vibes, innit? There was MCs that done that, so I was thinking to myself, okay, people listen to this as MC. If I can just get big enough to do this, I can expose people to my rap. So that was a plan. So. My boy starts doing it first, Tiny starts doing it. He had a video, we started doing like Makina, and then we started going to like the Makina raves to see how it was done, because it's like, Makina's old school. It's like hip hop in its original days. Like, when you do Makina, there's a DJ there. There's always a DJ there. You don't bring a USB. That's not the way it works.
Yeah.
It's like back in the day when the DJ played the tune and it's, clap your hands, everybody. You gotta go with it, no matter what he plays. When I realised the way it was, it's like, cool. So an MC stands there for an hour. They don't know what beats are coming. They just got to flow. So me and my boys started doing that. We started writing Makina beats and putting them on like Newcastle, South East Forum, where the main thing was. And they were like, nah, this is shite. They don't sound English, this is shite. And I was like, cool, we ain't gonna stop. So let's just do it with our own people. So we started doing this Makina music. And then every time we're doing it outside, we'd put little clips on YouTube, like Facebook, and loads of people would like it. And then I was like, and then I went prison for the first time. I remember writing lyrics, sitting in my court cell, patiently waiting, will I get bail or will I get taken? I remember writing those lyrics, and when I came out, we dropped a song, and bro, it wasn't no longer 100 plays, it was just like thousands and thousands of plays. It was just like Ks and Ks at a time. Now the full city was bouncing, because we were just going on SoundCloud, because nobody wanted to listen to us, like in Newcastle and all that. And then eventually all these Newcastle MCs are getting like 10K, 30K, 40K plays. We were getting like 100K first week, bro.
Yeah, just like
so
clearing them out.
Eventually the music is getting, when music's getting played, eventually it gets to them.
Yeah.
So eventually it started getting down there. But we didn't even know how big of an impact we had, bro. Like, it's like when we only realised when we started doing shows, because we done a show in Falkirk. It was 550 bodies, and after 16 days it was sold out. Do you know what I'm saying? So we didn't realise how much of a thing it was, but we all of this started from being in a pitch in Calton, the Jamie pitch, at the weekend, with about 20 of us trying to MC over MC beats, trying to be the best MC.
Yeah.
It just blew up, bro. I think we were teens, and obviously at that time there was a lot going on. I was still running about fighting, gang fighting in the streets, so and there was videos of shit, crazy shit going on after shows, so everything was linking up. I'd be rapping about wheeling, dealing, stabbing, stealing, none of my can't get that feeling. And then a video would come up with madness with me and my so it was all a madness, do you know what I'm saying? It all made sense, man, and then the money came in later on, and then that was it, bro. Like, still to this day, we're still doing shows, we're still... It's like something I try to use as a stepping stone that ended up being my bread and butter. Definitely, that's how it works.
It was pretty much like I said, like, I knew you from that. Like, I'd never even met you, bro. I'd not even know who the hell you was. But for some reason, every man down that neck of the woods was like, Oakzy B, bro. Like, bro, it is, bro, I'm telling you, bro, literally, bro, in fucking Stranraer, bro, like the God's end of the world, bro. Man was chatting your name like that. Do you know what I mean?
Nobody even knew I was black, bro.
Yeah, bro. I didn't know you was black. Shit. I was like, yo, because like what are you saying in it? In that space, it's predominantly white. Do you know what I mean?
I'm talking about the lifestyle, but people don't realise, like, you can be black, but I've grew up in Glasgow.
Yeah.
So
you can't, innit?
Yeah, all I've known is Lacoste trackies and motherfucking bottles of Buckfast and aquascoop mats. And do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Trying to fit into a certain way where I've got my hair killed and shit.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? Until I found my proper identity and people going back to my cousins and going back down to London and shit like that. It's different because I've always been about different people all my life, so I know different crowds. But for a while, that is what I knew. So it's like wheeling, dealing, stabbing, stealing, court cases, Lacoste tracksuits, motherfuckers running about with machetes, and my pals having blades in their pockets. And so that is that is the only reality I could tell. Do you know what I'm saying? So see, when I'm saying I could really, for some reason, when I'd done it in that Makina form, I could really relate to Glasgow. Like, that sitting in my coat cell lyric, patiently waiting. Bro, that lyric, everywhere I go. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? It's like, that was my... Everybody loves it, because they're like, Oakzy definitely really stood out more. Because usually Makina music, the way we changed it a bit, Makina music when we started, it was like, it's all about partying and drugs and ecstasy and cocaine and alcohol and give me a little bit more, are you waiting for? Yeah. And then we're telling stories and all shit. We're telling where we come from, like fucking what's going on in the area, fucking yo, it's Oakzy B, just back in the mat for the H&P, you can tell your pals I'm back again and let's go took my soul again. We're telling stories, so it's like, it's not just your average, let's go party, let's go drink, let's go snap. It's like
That's hard.
You're from a scheme. You're from a scheme.
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
What do you wear? You wear Lacoste, right? So did I. This is mad. So I think it's what it was is just relatability.
Yeah.
Relatability, because people like to drink and party, but people also like to know that they went through some shit themselves.
Yeah. So obviously, there's that transition from that to
rap
and drill and everything else that you do now. How do you compare the two of them?
The only difference is when you're writing the lyrics, because when you start to write the rap again, you got to put more effort and more like cool. Let me get some similes in there. Let me get a few metaphors.
Yeah.
Let me. Do you know what I mean? Let me drop in a few names like from here, this area, and do you know, as in Makina, you can just tell the story.
Yeah.
You can just tell the story without all the extra shit. So that was the only thing. Is switching flows. But after a while, I just got used to it, bro.
What's in the pipeline? Like, tell us what you've got.
What's in the pipeline? Cool. I've got a lot, bro. I've got a mixtape called Ward 9. Ward 9 is one of 23 wards of Glasgow, aka the Calton ward, which I'm from and round about the area.
That's sick.
Ward 9, that's where it's from. So basically, it's like, all of my albums are kind of stories, so it's like, what I'm trying to explain is how I've grew up, the area and shit, how shit's changing, because it's like, the album cover is like a newspaper, right? And it's like, all the shit that I've been through, like newspaper cutouts of me getting in trouble all on the left side and badness, and then on the right side it's rap star, rap game and shit like that. So it's like a transition.
Yeah.
So it's like a story of me telling what's happened in my life to the way it is now. So it's like all different parts of it, but it's also commercial. That's why I've done it as a newspaper ad, because it's also because most of this type of track from rap game, it's singing and shit like that. I hadn't done that before. Like, I mean, nobody had heard me singing and shit like that till I was on there. So it's like kind of a few commercial tunes, a few drilly tunes, but that's what I've been really gearing up for it. I've been waiting for it to drop at the right time. I've also got a Makina.
Okay.
A Makina tape coming called Mr. Makina. But it's half done just now because the way I had my last album, I had like, with my Makina tracks, I had like most of the tracks, like I just went in and blazed it out and then got a few features from other people, but this time I'm doing it different. So I've got Makina EP coming out called Mr. Makina. Mr. Makina, you can tell by my demeanour and the way I'm in your speaker that I'm your raving leader. I've got a tape.
Is that exclusive thing there, yeah? My guy.
I've got a tape called Mr. Makina coming. And then I've got my Ward 9 EP, which is rapping. I've got videos, music coming. I've got shows, but I don't want to say too much.
Too much, yeah, no, of course. Bro, I wish you all the best in that.
Thank you,
Look forward to hearing your new music when it comes out, bro.
Come on, bro. We gotta get something done soon.
Bro, hey, yo, you mans have caught this live, innit? Right from his mouth, yeah? I want to do it. So, bro, we've got this on tape, yeah?
Let's do it.
Bemz and Oakzy, bro, it would be a pleasure, man. Like, honestly, like I would really appreciate that for real, do you know? So, but thank you very much. I'll let you finish your trimming that, and
yes,
yeah.
Nice.
That's sweet boy, yeah? Confidence is at 100 now.
I told you. Confidence levels rise.